Can I tell you something that might sound a little crazy? The way you spend one afternoon could totally reshape the rest of your week. So imagine starting Monday without an invisible to-do list hanging over your head. Give me one afternoon and I'll help you go from overwhelmed to organized without asking you to lower your standards or let go of any goals. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly where to start when everything feels scattered, what to focus on first so you stop that cycle of overwhelm, and how to spend just one afternoon organizing your life in a way that actually lasts. After years as a neuropsychologist helping accomplish women, I've learned what are the systems to get you organized fast and exactly how to install them quickly and easily, and I want to help you do the same. And by the way, if you want more help with installing systems that can help you finish the year strong and actually hit your 2026 goals, be sure to join me for my free upcoming workshop, Finish the Year Strong. I'll be sharing tons of free resources and useful systems that you can install easily and quickly, so I hope to see you there. The link to sign up is in the description. Okay, to start, let me show you how to finally get clear on what actually deserves your attention. So think about your life like a road trip. You can have the best car, a full tank of gas, and motivation to drive all day, but if you put the wrong address in the GPS, you can spend hours making progress in the wrong direction. And that's what happens when we jump straight into productivity without first getting clear on our priorities. So let me draw this out for you. So I call this little framework the afternoon life organization, and it kind of looks like a 4-hour time block because I just want this to take one afternoon. So the first step in our afternoon life organization is to refocus. So before you organize your life, let's make sure you know where you're going. This first hour is all about recalibrating your GPS. And I want to be clear, this isn't about setting any new goals. You don't need me to tell you to set more goals, especially my high achievers out there. This is about reconnecting with the bigger picture, your dream life, your values, your priorities, and what actually deserves your time and energy. So here's what I want you to do. Step 1, revisit your sun and moon goals. Your sun goals are your 5 and 10 year vision. Those are those big destinations that you're working toward. Your moon goals are your 1-year goals, the next major milestone on that journey to get there. Step 2, come back to your main priority for this season. What's the one thing, the one priority that everything else in this season should support? It shouldn't be your entire to-do list. So maybe that's launching your business, rebuilding your health, creating a family rhythm, or finally finishing that project that you've been carrying around for years. This is where you decide what deserves your best attention in this season because it moves you closer to the life that you're trying to build. Step 3, break that down into your 12 weeks. If you don't already have quarterly goals connected to your bigger vision, now is the time to create them, and you don't have to figure this out alone. I have linked my free quarterly planning GPT coach below to help you map that out using my frameworks. But what I want you to remember is the goal isn't to do more. The goal is to make sure your energy is taking you somewhere that actually matters. Because the fastest route to the wrong destination is still the wrong route, right? Okay, once you know your destination, the next step is to clear out everything competing for your attention. So imagine trying to fold laundry that's scattered across every room in your house. So you got a sock in the bathroom, you got a sweatshirt on the couch, you got your kids' pajamas on the dining room table. You want to start folding things room by room. First thing you do is grab a basket and collect everything into one place. That's exactly what we're about to do with your to-do. So step 2 in our afternoon life organization system here is going to be capture. That's what you're going to do in this second hour. Let me explain that. And actually capture is next because you can't organize what you haven't collected. So listen, I know you're the queen of making things happen, but you shouldn't have to use your brain as a storage system. Your brain is designed to think, it's designed to create, to solve problems. It was never meant to be your task manager. So when you try to hold everything in there, every reminder, idea, and responsibilities that you have in your head, your brain has to keep bringing those things back to your attention just to make sure you don't forget them. So for hour 2, we're going to create one trusted place for everything. No more scattered sticky notes, no more scattered apps or missed reminders. Imagine how much lighter that mental load will feel once you've given your brain permission to stop holding everything. So I'll show you what I mean in a few easy steps. So step 1 is to create a physical inbox. This is going to be your physical inbox. You can grab a bin or a basket. A simple Dollar Tree bin works perfectly, and you're going to walk through your home collecting every piece of paper that needs your attention. Mail, anything with to-dos attached, forms to complete, papers that need filing, and anything else currently accidentally sitting like in random piles. Now, I don't want you to sort it yet. Don't make decisions just yet. Just gather everything into one place. Step 2 is to create a digital inbox. So open your project management tool, whether that's Notion, Asana, or even a simple notes app if you just want to get started, and do a complete brain dump. Pull from everywhere: your mental checklist, sticky notes, notebooks, journals, phone notes, and any running to-do list that you've created. And every task, idea, reminder, project that's been taking up mental space is going to get captured in one system. And if you're choosing a tool feels like one more decision you don't want to make, I've got really good news for you. I've already built one out for you in my Productive Boss Notion system. This gives you one place to manage your projects, tasks, and goals so you can jump in and get started today. Then the final step is to separate reference material from things that actually require action. So as you're capturing, you'll notice some things aren't actually tasks, but there are pieces of information that you want to keep. So one of my favorite ways to organize these items is using the PARA method from Building a Second Brain. So that's tasks and projects, things that you're actively working on, areas, ongoing responsibilities in your life, resources, information you may want to reference later, and archive, things that you no longer actively use but want to keep, don't necessarily want to delete. Now, 1 hour probably isn't enough to process everything, and that's okay because that's not actually the goal that we're going for here. Your only job in this hour today is to capture it in one trusted place. Then before you're done, you're going to schedule a weekly review on your calendar so your future self has a dedicated time to come back, process it, and plan the week ahead. This is how you build a system your brain can actually trust. So I actually had a client recently do this exact exercise, and she went through this process of capturing all her someday maybe projects and all those ideas and goals that were taking up all that mental space. And she said the biggest one for her wasn't having everything organized, but simply the feeling of finally getting those thoughts out of her head so her brain could stop trying to hold them all in and actually rest. So shout out to Melanie for that. And why I love this for her and I want this for you is your mind is where your ideas live. Your system are where your responsibilities live. So when you separate the two, you can create mental space, white space, to focus on your big priorities that will move your life into the direction that you want. So if this is the kind of support you've been looking for, I want you to hit subscribe. Every week I share simple systems that help you protect your time, reduce mental clutter, and make steady progress towards your dream life. So be sure to tap that subscribe button. Now, this is where most people stop, but there's one more piece that makes this whole afternoon actually change the way that your week feels. So if you picture an overstuffed suitcase that you have to sit on to zip, it closes technically, but the pressure of everything crammed in there and bursting at the seams the whole time, that's what a calendar with zero white space feels like. Even though everything gets done, there's zero margin. So that's why our last block here in our afternoon life organization is to create space, and that's going to be the last 2 hours actually of our afternoon reset. Okay, so this part is actually the part that everyone wants to skip, but it's the whole point of the exercise. You've spent the first part of the afternoon getting clear on your priorities and getting everything out of your head. The last 2 hours are about giving your brain room to think, to breathe, to enjoy the rest that you just created. So hour 3 is when you do what's called a home blessing. It works like this. You're gonna pick 5 tasks to spend 10 minutes on each. Think of things like vacuuming high traffic areas or wiping mirror smudges or dusting the surfaces that people actually look at. Then you're gonna spend that final 10 minutes putting everything away. So your brain's gonna get all those feel-good dopamine wins, and there's the added bonus of your house now looking like the cleaners stopped by in that 3rd hour. And then hour 4 is the one that no one really gives themselves permission for. Real, unscheduled white space. So you're gonna read, sit on the porch, journal, pray, go for a walk, have a coffee with your spouse, maybe play with your kids. Do something that fills you back up instead of asking more from you. No projects, no errands, no catching up. You spend this whole afternoon in output mode. Your nervous system needs a chance to come out of that fight or flight. So this is something that I had to learn the hard way. I remember when I first learned the 12-week year system, the idea of breakout blocks, that 3-hour block a week where you are kind of not doing anything work related and just kind of rejuvenating yourself. That was so hard for me to stick to, and I actually shifted it to think about it as a white space block, because not just for productivity's sake, it's for me's sake. Like, my true self really misses me. And once I was able, I worked my way up to 3 hours a week, started with like 30 minutes, but once I was able to get in the groove of taking that white space each and every week, I realized that I miss that part of myself that I don't have enough time to spend with because I'm always in mom mode or work mode or mogul mode or whatever mode it is, wife mode. And I miss like like the deep thinker in me. I miss the poet in me. I miss the creative part of me, all those things. And so that for me, having that shift really opened up, not making my business and motherhood my entire personality, but really also replenishing myself and spending time with myself. And in turn, it affects all your other parts of your life and helps you stay organized, stay productive, stay energized. So refocus and capture are what make that reset possible. Creating space is what actually lets you feel it. And by building systems that give you room to think and to breathe, you're gonna start to create a life that actually feels good to live, not just one that's just busy for the sake of being busy. So here's a quick check-in for you now. I want you to rate yourself red, yellow, or green on your ability to refocus, on your ability to capture in your second brain, and on your ability to create white space. And then wherever you land, red, yellow, and green for each of those, that's your opportunity for growth on the areas that are red and yellow. And if you want more help with installing systems that can help you finish the year strong and actually hit your 2026 goals, be sure to join my free upcoming workshop, Finish the Year Strong. I'll be sharing tons of free resources and useful systems that you can install easily and quickly. The link is in the description below. The afternoon reset that you just learned is enough to get you started, but for lasting success of life organization, you're gonna need a complete system. So I want you to watch my entire proven life organization system here next. It ties everything we covered today together, and it shows you the framework that I use to organize every area of my life. So I'll see you over there. Cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.